Hello, welcome back to Greedy Guts Beer Fan. I've got another beer review for you today. It's another Scottish ale that I picked up from the supermarket. I absolutely love Scottish ales. When I first moved up here, I was a little bit sort of unsure, sort of drinking kind of sort of the Woodford's Wherry and sort of the Witchwood kind of beers and absolutely, you know, the kind of sort of English ales I used to get. But moving up to Scotland, it's a completely, in my book, a completely different kind of beer that they drink. I'm not sure if that's down to the water or what. This beer is a little bit different. It's a Scottish beer, and I think, if I'm right, it's spelt Fraoch, but the way the Scottish say it in sort of an old Gaelic tongue is Fraoch. Fraoch. So this is a Fraoch. Like a Fraoch, that's it. Fraoch beer, Fraoch. It's a Fraoch Heather Ale, if you can see that. According to the bottle, it's been brewed in Scotland 4,000 years. Heather Ale is the oldest style of ale, still made in the world. This particular beer is brewed to a 16th century recipe. Contains malted barley, sweet gale and heather flowers. I've seen a few reviews about this online, some of them good, some of them bad. I have had this beer before a while ago. My wife bought me it just sort of on the kind of off chance. And I actually, from what I remember, quite enjoyed this beer. A bit different, and that's because it's obviously a heather ale. They've kind of gone for the labelling, as you can see, it's kind of sort of an old Celtic, old Pictish design, especially with the writing. And I think this sort of plays into the sort of the tradition of the beer and stuff, and I think it's fantastic. I really do. I think you come to Scotland, it's a country full of so rich in history, so rich with culture and tradition that you know, why not at the end of the day? I mean, we're seeing less tradition, less culture in this country, and I think it's fantastic that there's you know, a real sort of beer from, you know, beer recipe that's being made today that we can still get hold of. I mean, you know, God forbid, you know, this kind of stuff should sort of go, you know, should die out forever. You know, we would never be able to get hold of this kind of stuff ever again. So absolutely fantastic. It's a beer that's brewed by, where is it? William Brothers Brewery, Scotland. And there's a label there, as you can see. Okay, let's get it open. Let's see what we get out of it. No smoke, just a bit of bubbling on that one. Let's get into the glass and see what we get. Ooh, that is lovely. I like to get everything out of it. One and a half fingers really on the head there. Absolutely beautifully clear there. Absolutely, you can't really see. But that is a lovely, lovely, lovely clear beer. Colouring is very nice, like a golden kind of colour. Good levels of carbonation on that, sort of rolling up the middle of the glass and sitting just under the head there. So that will probably keep its head for a little while. Let's go for the aroma. I'm getting the floral flavours there, or floral aromas. Not as punchy. The aroma isn't as punchy as some of the beers I've tried. You've really got to go in there with the nose and try and sift them out. Quite citrusy. But again, this is a different kind of beer to what we usually get. So, you know, this is a bit of a wild card really on the shelf. So, not a heavy smell. Quite light, so you've got to get in there. But let's go in for the taste to see what we get out of it, shall we? Wow. That is different. That is very different. I'm getting, definitely getting the sort of, I'm guessing that's the heather that's coming through there. That you know, I'm getting a very different kind of flavour there. I'm going to be honest with this one. It's very different. I can't put my finger on it. I really can't. It's a lovely taste. It really is a really nice taste. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. It's kind of lacking that depth. It's kind of like it's a sweet beer, lacking the kind of deep body that I thought it would have, if I'm honest. It's almost as if something's kind of in. So you know when you get a tea bag, you're making your brew in the morning. You dunk your tea bag into a cup of hot water. It's almost as if it hasn't been dunked for long enough, you know, for it to really sort of get that flavour into it. It's kind of missing out, and I'm guessing that's because it's made with the heather, and it's an old sort of heather ale kind of recipe. So that's what I'm thinking about that. But don't get me wrong, it's a good beer. It's a nice beer. It's refreshing. And this is a beer I'm going to go out and say it. This is a nice beer on Christmas. This would be a nice beer on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. Around the table, it's kind of got that sort of, almost like a cinnamon kind of flavour to it. That kind of like Christmassy cinnamon kind of taste. And I'm going to go out and say that would probably be a really nice beer on Christmas. It's kind of got that cinnamon sweetness to it. Kind of lacking in the kind of bottom end. We're not getting a lot of sort of those deep kind of, that kind of maltiness. There's not much of that in there going on, and be honest. But on Christmas Day, if you're looking for something a bit light, it's going to go well with a really big meal. I think this is a good beer for that. I really do. There's kind of cinnamon flavours coming through. It's quite Christmassy. They could really do with maybe sort of on the branding around Christmas time, sort of doing something along that kind of theme. You know, I don't know if they celebrated Christmas back Pictish days. They obviously didn't. But yeah, I'm going to go with that. So out of 10, let's go one more drink. I haven't been fair to this beer. I haven't been fair to it at all. Now that I've sort of given it kind of that, when I sort of said Christmas, I can really taste it. You know, it kind of has that feel to it. It really does. I'm going to give this beer an 8 out of 10. I really am. I'm actually really enjoying this beer. I'm really enjoying it. And do you know what? I'm going to get this for Christmas. I'm going to get this beer. I'm going to sit down Christmas Day and have a few of these. These are a really nice beer, really crisp, really refreshing. If you're looking for a beer that's going to give you sort of a bit of a punch, this isn't the beer for you. This is a bit of a light beer, sweet, very floral, citrusy, hints of oranges coming out there. Yeah, fruity beer, great on Christmas Day, and that's my review on it. So guys, thank you for watching. That's Fraoch Heather Ale, brewed in Scotland to an old recipe. Keep tuned, stay tuned for more beer reviews, and we'll see you soon.